guys, I'm sorry, and I hate to get political right out of the gate here, but our current form of government is broken for so many reasons. The scary part? It's too big of a problem to correct. I mean, a simple change in Congress, or even at the helm at president, couldn't and probably will not change the problem that is our massive government. The sad thing here at this point, I don't know that we can fix it. I mean, they're like gremlins. You add water and they just continue to multiply.
Okay, so what's Hill so worked up about? Well, it's this. Remember the recent $25 billion nationwide mortgage debt settlement? You know, the one meant for struggling homeowners and also meant to stop unfair foreclosure practices? You know, that one? Well, wouldn't you know it, the friggin' money's being taken by the states and used to pay the states' debt down, not the homeowners.
Okay, let me interrupt here. The other sad part of this story is that you guys watching right now, you're not even shocked. Matter of fact, you're probably going to watch this and go about your day like nothing happened. This is so extremely maddening, and the people that should be banding together with pitchforks aren't. And this too will go unchecked and unchallenged.
The $25 billion settlement is the second largest in history, only trailing the tobacco industry settlement. And the money is going to pay down the state's problem debt, not the homeowners.
Now let's be honest, the settlement only net about $2,000 per homeowner, which is a joke, but at least it was something. And you better believe that the RE source told the Attorney General that same thing when we spoke with them after the settlement was closed.
Get this. To date, only 27 states have devoted all their funds from the banks to housing programs, and 15 other states have blatantly said all or most of their money, it'll be used for other purposes.
Now, what are other purposes? Well, in Texas, $125 million went to their general fund, and in Missouri, $40 million went to get to this, soften cuts for higher education, because that has a lot to do with real estate.
Now, over in Indiana, they're spending half of their money to pay for energy bills. And the best of all is Virginia. They're using most of their $67 million to help revenue-starved governments. Is that even legal?
That's right, we said help revenue-starved governments, not revenue-starved homeowners. Get my point now? It's not the rich get richer anymore, it's the government gets richer and bigger and more powerful. And don't get it twisted. This is not some conspiracy theory, this is fact.
It's true. You can click on the link and view the findings for yourself. Click on it and check out what your state's doing with all their money. I mean, your money.
Yep, page 10 has all the state allotments, and then if you scroll down, you can see what your specific state is doing with all the money.
Yeah, at first glance, it looks like we're spending most of our $54 million on foreclosure prevention, which would be its intended purpose.
So we don't look too bad until you look a little further and find out that the money is indeed not making its way to the homeowners, rather it's making its way to, yet again, more government.
Funding housing counselors, funding state and local foreclosure assistance hotlines, funding state mediation programs, funding civil legal assistance, and finally, funding for housing, remediation, and anti-blight projects.
So all in all, we'll probably have a ton of education for all you as you lose your home, being that we have all these state-funded programs, but no, we will not have any funds to actually help you out. So, you will continue to lose your home, but at least you're going to be very educated in doing so. Thank you very little, Washington State.
It's inevitable. You give money to the states, so they're going to spend money the only way they know how, on programs and on themselves.
Look, the last time I checked, programs weren't getting foreclosed on. Families were. And the last time I checked, the money from the settlement was meant for those families, not the government.
Oh, and to cap this whole thing off with a cherry, there's a proposal right now in Virginia to earmark some of the settlement funds for, are you frigging kidding me, a 3% one-time pay raise for state employees.
Look, we had 3 other stories written for today, but I gotta be honest, I'm too worked up. I don't want to do anything else. I think we're gonna stop right there. This demands all of our attention. I get so mad because we have no one out there to stop this. I mean, NAR is the only one that is big enough to take this on, but they're nowhere to be found.
I mean, as an industry, wouldn't we want most of our attention focused on issues like this? We're all wanting housing to recover, and then we finally get some help in the form of a settlement, and then the funds end up going to the states and not the homeowners.
It's crazy. And honestly, guys, I don't know how to fight this stuff. Government again wins while the little guy, the U.S. homeowner, continues to struggle on. It's sad, and it happens over and over and over again. Look, the only way I know how to fight this stuff is to share information. And I don't honestly know if it'll help, but please share this information with whomever you'd think like to hear it. Also, as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Maybe you guys have a better suggestion.